Hey everyone, Pastor Bob here. I'm on the battlefield at Gettysburg National Military Park. Behind me are the fields of Pickett's Charge, the culmination of the battle on July 3rd, 1863. And these fields, over the course of those first 3 days of July of that year, 90,000 Union soldiers and 70,000 Confederate soldiers clashed, and 51,000 casualties were the result. Those casualties include the killed, the wounded, and the missing. The town of Gettysburg only had 2,400 residents at the time, and you can imagine what happened. This battle swept across these fields that were owned by people who lived in the town and around the town. Every house and barn became a hospital for the wounded. The dead were buried on the battlefield. The wreckage of life came to this beautiful spot in central Pennsylvania. I come back here often. I worked here when I was in college. I've had a lifelong fascination with this place, and people ask me why. Why would you want to come back to a place where there was so much tragedy and death and sorrow? I ask myself that question a lot too. And I think it's all about the stories. As I've been a pastor for close to 30 years, one of the things I've come to realize is that people are pretty resilient. They face a lot of challenges in their life, some that are not of their making. Oftentimes, tragedy falls into our lap, like it fell into the laps of these people here in central Pennsylvania. Sometimes we are compelled into places where we don't want to go, like these soldiers. Sometimes we face incredible adversity. How do we overcome it? How do we move forward into the places where God is calling us to go, even if they seem to be difficult? That's what I want to explore in this upcoming summer sermon series, which I'm calling A Testing of Courage, Lessons from the Battlefield. We're going to be looking at stories here from Gettysburg, but also stories from the scriptures that will help us to become more resilient people. We've come through a very difficult time with the pandemic, and we're sure more hard times are ahead, whether for us corporately or individually. How do we galvanize? How do we become the kind of people God created us to be, who can continue to march forward no matter what is thrown in front of us? I hope you'll join us for this series. Going to be filming some different pieces out here on the battlefield as part of that, telling you some of these stories. I hope you'll share them with others, and I hope you'll join us for this important series, which begins on the anniversary of Pickett's Charge, July 3rd. Join us and learn these lessons from the battlefield.